pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Esports Broadcast and Network coverage of the AARL 200, the All-American Racing League Truckers Feed America Cup Series, brought to you by Topsail Trucking. Brings us to Martinsville Speedway, the second to last race of their season. 6 drivers have a chance at winning or going to the next round of the championship here. 4 drivers will actually be the cutoff. Of the 13 that enter today, we'll see which ones will be the top 4 going into next race in 2 weeks. So here at the AARL 200, as we said, Martinsville Speedway, very small racetrack, half-mile paperclip as it's known, tight corners, long stretch in the front and the back. Temperature 71 degrees here today at Martinsville, and we will get them on the grid here in just a moment. As we get ready to go, Johnny May is going to take the pole position here, with Cameron Harris starting second outside of him. Patrick McQuaid in the 77 is going to start third, with David Hara starting fourth on the outside of row number 2. Kyle Martin here is going to start fifth, with David Lorfano starting sixth. Chad Snyder will start seventh here, with Tyrone Yo starting in the 8th position. Jeremy Flanagan in the 11 machine is going to start 9th, with John Higgins Jr. starting 10th position outside of him. Charlie Dickey will start 11th, with Larry Garn starting 12th position. Adam Angerstein will round out the back of the field here in 13th, in that number 9 Chevy. But all eyes will be on Johnny May and Cameron Harris starting this thing from the front row. We talked about the top 6 drivers having a chance. We'll run through them. David Lorfano's coming into your race tonight as the current points leader. David Harris starting in the second in the points position. Patrick McQuaid and Cameron Harris are going to be third, fourth, just above that cutoff line. You'll have Chad Snyder and John Higgins Jr. fighting to get into that top 4 to have a chance at the championship when we get to our next race in 2 weeks. Be at Nashville Super Speedway, and we'll crown a champion there out of our top 4 drivers who come across the line here today. Checkered flag comes out. So tonight's race we brought to you, this whole series is brought to you by Topsail Trucking, but also race here today is brought to you by Orlamex, plywood experts worldwide. This is foundation in 1999. Orlamex has been a direct importer and distributor of wide range and panel materials. Birch, coniferous, fiberboard, chipboard, OSB, and Duraless. Check them out on oralmex.com for more information. Pace truck will dive off. Cameron Harris and Johnny May are going to take us into out of turn 4. Black May will grab the green flag and he will wave it. And we are underway for 200 miles here at Martinsville for the Orlamex 200, the All-American Racing League Topsail Trucking Truckers Feed America Cup Series. Johnny May is going to take an early jump at this lead, running that 69 Chevy, as they will come around and complete lap number 1. Johnny May will lead. Patrick McQuaid and Kyle Martin are top 3. Johnny May, Patrick McQuaid coming out to an early lead as they'll start to gap the field here a bit. David Hara, Kyle Martin, 3rd and 4th, and Chad Snyder is going to round out your top 5. Didn't get quite enough time to mention. I'm Cliff Corvo up here in the booth. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on ESBN. Be sure to hit the bell notifications to get that notification anytime the All-American Racing League comes to ESBN. As we run lap 4 of 200 here at the Orlamex 200. Johnny May. Oh, Patrick McQuaid's going to go around. That's going to absolutely draw the caution here on lap number 5. 77 machine here. Patrick McQuaid looks like he just got around on his own. Let's take a look. We'll jump back and see just what happened. Here we see the 77 just getting loose there, coming out of 4. Going to try to catch it. Flagman will throw that caution. Patrick McQuaid will get sideways there. No one will hit him. He won't hit anybody else. Very fortunate there. And McQuaid in that 77 will come around and find the tail end of the field here on lap 6. I don't think we'll have anybody jumping into the pits just yet. We're only a few laps into this thing. It is Martinsville. It's a tight racetrack. You got to ease off the corners here, and it looked like Patrick McQuaid there just got a little loose coming off. A little too much throttle. The back end's going to get off on you, and it happens to happen to Patrick McQuaid. So he's going to come and pick up 13th place here. Johnny May, David Hara, our top 2 spots. Johnny May coming into this race. Sorry, 14th in points. Kind of back there in the points, but out here running some laps up front at Martinsville. Showing he can get around these half-mile short tracks. You know, this track is not easy to race. Any racer that comes here will tell you. It's pretty difficult. It's very technical. It's very flat, and you got to really control your power getting off the corners. Johnny May able to hang out up front here with David Hara, Kyle Martin, Chad Snyder, and David Lorfano, your top 5. As we run lap 9 as we come across the line of 200 for the Orla MX 200. The pace truck will shut his lights off. We'll go green flag racing once again here when we come across the line. Don't go anywhere. Drivers will stack up coming out of into 3, coming out of 4. Green flag will fly. Drivers will get on the gas, and we'll be short track racing yet again on lap 10 of 200 for the Orla MX 200. We're going to go ahead and let you turn it up real quick. Let these cars speak for themselves as Johnny May pulls away from the pack. Back up front here with Johnny May. Kyle Martin just behind him in that 99 machine. It looks like he's done a little bit of catching up here, starting to reel in Johnny May for that lead. David Harris going to hold on to 3rd place with David Lorfano now jumping up to 4th, up 2 spots from where he started. Oh, we got a little bit of a spin here, and the 69 machine of Johnny May is going to find that inside wall, going to bring out the caution again under lap 15. Go ahead and take a look and see what happened. Looks like May, just as we were talking about earlier, really hard getting off the corners. You got to be easy on that throttle. May's going to give it a little bit too much. He's going to get loose there and find that inside wall. He's going to find himself back now to last place here. Going to have to let the entire field get by. That's going to give Kyle Martin in that 99 machine the lead here as he was starting to catch May. Just what the 99 wanted to see. Kyle Martin here in the 99 is going to get the is going to assume the lead here with David Hara and David Lorfano sitting 2nd and 3rd here. So he's got a couple of drivers here that are fighting to stay in the top 4 of this championship, to stay above that cutoff line. So this 99 of Kyle Martin's got some work to do. I have a feeling here that the 2 Davids are looking to capitalize on this caution and see if they can't get a jump out in front of Kyle Martin. They'll have Chad Snyder and Cameron Harris rounding out our top 5. We go back to green flag racing here. We'll point out no one has come to pit lane yet. This half mile at Martinsville, tires are Not an issue here at lap 18. Neither is fuel. Pace truck will shut the lights off. We'll come down the back stretch here one more time. And our flag man will grab the green flag here on ESBN. He'll wave these drivers through on lap 19. We'll be back to green flag racing. Glad you could join us. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the racing here. Racing all week long. Green flag is out. Drivers are back on it. Kyle Martin and David Hara going to take us to it. The 99 jumps up into that groove. Gets up on the wheel to come across the line. Or come down the backstretch. The 15 is going to shove it into 3. Catch up to the 99. Can he get by him here coming down the front? 99 will come across the leader. Aaron Lorfino tailing second and third, but they are right there on the bumper of the 99 of Kyle Martin. David Hara is going to look inside. Not going to be able to get it done. A little bit of contact, it looked like, from Harris on Hara's tail end. No problem here. Rubbing his racing. A little bit of bumping is going to be expected here all night at Martinsville. And that's short track racing at its finest. And these guys here at the All-American Racing League are definitely some of the finest drivers we've been able to cover here on ESPN. Just jumping in. Oh, got some trouble back in the field. Charlie the Hammer Dickey is going to go around. I suspect same thing happening here, as he's actually going to lose his entire front clip. That's a good amount of damage. These guys do have 2 fast repairs. Let's go back and see what happened to Charlie. Same thing we've been seeing here almost all night. Getting loose there coming out of the corner. Especially coming out of 4. Seems to be a trouble area. You know, guys, you really want to get on it and put in a good lap coming out of the lap. And if you're not careful with that throttle, you're going to find yourself going around. And Dickey here is going to get the worst part of that wall on the inside. Going to lose that front bumper. Now, in short track racing, the front bumper is not going to affect you too much here. There's not a lot to worry about when it comes to aero. So I mean, I imagine he's going to come in and get one of them fast repairs no matter what. You know, I wouldn't want to run around here without a bumper, but some of these guys, they have fun enjoying that. Anyway, aero, like I said, not a problem. He may stay out. He may come down pit road. We'll see what happens. No one has visited pit road yet. We're at lap 24 of 200, so still pretty early here in the night. Oh, this guy's going to save these tires for the end of the race. Going to be expecting some the multiple cautions towards the end of this race. I'm assuming. Going to want to keep those fast repairs in your back pocket. Keep those sets of tires in your back pocket as well, and see if you can't make it out through this race in one piece. Bring the car home into the checkered, into victory circle when this thing's over. Pace lights will be off. We'll be back to action. We get by the line this time. The 99 and 15 of Kyle Martin and David Hara in the front row going to take us to it this time. Let's see if Hara can get the jump on Kyle Martin. The 99 real good on the restarts here. Hara's going to hold right with him. Green flag is out. The 99 gets the small jump he needs to pull up in front of David Hara. Lorfino and Cameron Harris right there behind them in 3rd and 4th. These guys run lap 27 of 200. We'll go ahead and let you turn it up. The folks at home can enjoy the loud cars as they're designed to be heard. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back. Trouble on the racetrack. Caution is going to return. Johnny May looks like he's going to get into trouble. Let's take a look here, see what happened. Yeah, 69 machine going to get sideways again. Having trouble once again there coming out of the corner. We're going to see it all night. These guys, no matter how much time they get here under their tires, that's a very fine line that we run on here at Martinsville on a short track like this. You need a lot of throttle control, and man, it's hard, and it's you go over that line just a hair and you're gonna lose it. Not that Johnny May is gonna continue doing it, but we've seen it time and time again. A number of drivers here coming out of the corner, giving it just a bit much, and crossing that fine line, finding their car turning the other way, or finding that inside wall here at Martinsville, because it's a very tight racetrack. There's not a lot of room here, and when you do lose it, most likely, most of the time, you're gonna find that inside wall and find yourself with some damage. So Cameron Harris and Charlie Dickey are the only two cars to visit pit road yet here tonight. Johnny May in that 69 is going to stay out. With a half-mile racetrack like this and laps that go, sub 20 seconds when we're under green flag conditions, these laps will go by fast. So don't go away. Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to see the end of this race. When it comes down to it, there's going to be handful of drivers fighting for less than a handful of positions to get the chance to go to Nashville Super Speedway and fight for a championship here for the American All-American Racing League Topsail Trucking Truckers Feed America Cup Series, which tonight's race is brought to you by Orlamex. Orlamex, as we spoke of earlier, a direct importer and distributor of a wide range of panel materials: birch, coniferous, and poplar plywood, fiberwood, and chipboard, OSB, and Dorellis. They're the largest importer of birch plywood in Europe, and having a central office in Czech Republic. They have a wide network of their own representative offices and sale agents in almost all countries of the European Union. Check out orlamex.com for more information today, as we're back under green flag conditions. David Hara this time is going to get by that 99. He's going to tow David Lorfano with him. They'll both get by the 99 of Kyle Martin. And we're seeing now why these guys are up at the top of the points. Been a heck of a season for both of these Davids, both teams here. Martinsville is a difficult place to race. David Harris showing us he's got what it takes to fight his way to the front and lead this thing, as Lorfano and Kyle Martin here starting to gap back just a bit, back to 0.6 seconds now to second place. Chad Snyder rounding out fourth. John Higgins Jr. just behind them in fifth position. He's up 3 spots from where he started. Currently, one of our biggest movers, David Hara, being our first. A little bit of trouble deeper in the field, but gets it straightened out. As we're going to see some sideways cars all night here tonight. As long as we can get going and keep going green, the sun will start to set. The track will cool off just a bit. The rubber will set into this track. We're going to see a slicker track towards the end of the night, and these guys are going to be up on the wheel when it gets down to it. We're only 40 laps into this. It's a 200-lap event, half-miler, OrlMX 200 for the All-American Racing Lead here at Martinsville Speedway. Glad you could join us here on ESBN. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit those bell notifications if you want to catch all the American League racing action here for their Cup Series anyway on ESPN. We've got one more race after this in the season. 4 drivers will have a chance at the championship next week in Nashville. And that'll be the race to finish up the season here for ESPN. These guys did start their season with Faded TV. Want to give a shout out to them for carrying them throughout the season. We're just picking them up here towards the end. And we've got 2 races left on their schedule. For all intents and purposes, this is the money race here. Because if you don't come on top here, 4th or better, you're not gonna have a chance at it. Like Charlie Hammer Dickey's gonna have some trouble on the racetrack. We see him pointing the wrong way there. Take a look if we can see what happened. 37's going to find himself sideways, going to overcorrect it, and he'll have to turn it around to get going again. The field's going to start to come by, though, and he's going to have to hold it still there. You have to let the field get by as the 37 machine will come down pit road. So will David Hara, our second place driver. David Lorfano, the third, is going to bring it in, that number 8 machine. Chad Snyder as well. Patrick McQuaid, Johnny May, Jeremy Flanagan, Tyrone Yo Jr., Jeremy Flanagan, John Higgins Jr., and Larry Garnes all going to take it down pit road here on lap 44. As Kyle Martin in the 99 is going to reassume his lead and decides to stay out. We'll cross the line here for lap 45. Good amount of laps here on the tires, but Kyle Martin here is going to opt to stay out. So he's going to be hoping to hold off Cameron Harris and David Hara, second and third, and David Lorfano sitting in 4th on some fresh tires. I think Martin here is going to have his hands full, but we will see how this plays out. It will get interesting here. We'll come across the line just before lap 50. It will be 1/4 of the way through this run, or this race, I should say. Just about our first fuel run out of the way. Most drivers, with the exception of first and second coming down the pits here, get 4 fresh tires and a full tank of gas. And Kyle Martin staying out, not taking anything here. Cameron Harris last pitted on lap 31, so a little bit of a buffer there between the rest of the field, who pitted on lap 43. Let's see if the 99 of Kyle Martin has what he takes to hold these guys off. Martin essentially out here just running to catch a win. And of course, the 2 Davids and Cameron Harris are in the top 4, looking to stay there. These guys are trying to stay up front all night. Chad Snyder, John Higgins Jr. trying to work their way into the top 4. Chad Snyder sitting 4th now as he makes a pass on the 5th place car of David Lorfano. John Higgins Jr. is back in 8th. Oh, the 15 is going to get possibly pushed there into the pits and have to enter pit lane. Not what he intended to do. Let's go back and take a look at this here. I don't know if he just got loose here or if he intended to go through pit road. Our eyes are on the 15 of David Hara here. I think he possibly might have just gotten loose. No, he's going to get into it with the 27 of Cameron Harris. Is on the outside wall there. That's going to turn the 15 down onto pit road. He's going to lock up the fronts and, essentially pull into pit road there when he wasn't planning on it. Apologize, I lost him here. And, I believe we'll stay green as he'll just decide to play it safe. He'll find himself back in the 11th position now, Dave Hara will. So Kyle Martin in the 99 holds on to the first position. Cameron Harris avoiding any real carnage there as the 15 of David Hara gets into it with him. And, Harris had nowhere to go. He was on the outside wall there. That'll push the 15 into pit road to stay out of any trouble or extra trouble there. 26, Chad Snyder getting a little loose there and holding it away from any cars. To drop back to 7th now as him and Flanagan are side by side fighting for position. Flanagan will let him get back into line. Kyle Martin now will find David Hara, who's going to get possibly put a lap down here unless he can stay in front of the 99 of Kyle Martin. As we run lap 55 of 200, we'll go ahead and run through the field here. Kyle Martin running first place. He's got the 27 of Cameron Harris chasing him down, about 0.4 of a second behind him. Currently sitting second. We saw him almost get into trouble with the 15. Johnny May of the 69 Chevy holding on to third place here as he's got Patrick McQuaid right on his tail here in the 77. Dropping back one spot from where he started. David Lorfano the third sitting in 8th place. He's up one more spot to 5th. Currently in the top 4 of drivers. Chad Snyder here is sitting just below the line. He's sitting in 6th. He's got to beat Cameron Harris to get into the top 4. He's got a ways to go. Jeremy Flanagan here in the 11 sitting 7th place. Johnny Higgins Jr. behind him in 8th. Got a ways back here. Behind Flanagan, but Tyrone Yo sitting in 9th place in the number 2 machine. Larry Garnes rounding out your top 10 in the 20 Chevy. And then you've got David Hara fighting pretty hard to stay on the lead lap here. Charlie the Hammer Dickey in 37 in the 37 machine, sitting in 12th place. It looks like Adam Angerstein is going to take the number 9 machine to the hauler. He's going to call it a night here at Martinsville as we take a look here high above the blimp. I'd like to go ahead and give another shout out to Orlamex, the plywood experts worldwide, bringing you tonight's show. Since their foundation in 1999, Orlamex has been a direct importer and distributor of a wide range of panel materials, birch, coniferous, and poplar plywood, fiberboard, chipboard, OSB, and Durellis. You can check them out at Orlamex.com as the caution will fly here again under lap 61. Johnny May gonna have some trouble. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. '69 already in trouble sideways across the track. Let's bring it down. Side by side with the 99. They're gonna find each other coming out of 4. That's a 99 Kyle Martin involved. They'll get by not too bad, but you don't want to see that anytime. Going to give Patrick McQuaid the lead here on lap 63. And that 77 machine now up 2 spots from where he started. Kyle Martin, David Lorfano is going to tail him in second and third. Patrick McQuaid coming into this race in third position in the points. Then pretty comfortable above Cameron Harris, who now back to the 10th position as Harris decided to come down pit road. Back out on racetrack now. Tyrone Yo also coming down pit road. Yo had some damage there looking. I think he probably got that fixed up here. Oh, maybe not. Still got some damage there on that outside. Saving those fast repairs, it looks like. So McQuaid and Lorfano will take us to the green flag this time by as we come across the line here at lap 65. On lap 66, we'll be back to the action. Be sure to stay tuned at the end of this race. We'll get our top 3 drivers into the booth to get their perspectives on the race. This being such a short racetrack, I'm waiting for that perfect opportunity to pull one of these drivers in under caution and see if they would like to give us a little piece of what they're seeing out there in this race. And I just haven't had the great opportunity to. Caution laps here are pretty short, and there's a lot going on a short track like this, so I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to cause any issues within their race, so we will probably let them be unless we get a good opportunity to talk to someone. But Patrick McQuaid leading this field. David Lorfano is going to start on the outside. Pace lights are off. They'll get stacked up 2 by 2, and we'll go back to green flag momentarily. We come down the backstretch. We're going to jump on board with Patrick McQuaid to see an onboard perspective from a driver's view what the green flag start looks like. Trouble. The 26 is going to go around. Chad Snyder finding the inside wall there. I hope you enjoyed the Turn It Up segment. Sorry to interrupt, but let's take a look at what happened to Chad Snyder in the 26 machine. Yeah, once again, just going to lose it there coming off of 4. Able to get it locked up, and no one is going to hit him here. To get it turned around and get going again, but that Trouble is going to drop him back to the tail end of the field here, 11th place. Going to have some work to do to catch back up. As we jump to the 77, he'll jump into the pits. That's Patrick McQuaid coming down. John Higgins Jr. as well in the pits. Tyrone Yo Jr. coming down. Let's see if he gets some of that damage fixed up. You see his right side worn down there just a little bit. We'll see if the number 2 machine gets that thing tuned up and ready to go back out on the racetrack here. Lap 76 of 200 commenced. You're watching the All-American Racing League Truckers Feed America Cup Series presented by Topsail Trucking. Tonight's race brought to you by Orlemex, plywood experts worldwide. You also see a number of driver sponsors here tonight. Scroll across your screen. Big shout out to everyone in the field, all the drivers and all the sponsors, and everyone at home watching the race. Appreciate you. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to catch more racing action throughout the week, don't forget to like and subscribe ESBN Esports Broadcasting Network here on YouTube. We've got one more race to go after this. Top 4 will cross over into the championship race with a shot at that championship. Of course, the top 6 drivers entering into this race had a chance at that 4 cutoff line. Currently looking at David Lorfano, David Hara, Patrick McQuaid, Cameron Harris, Chad Snyder, and John Higgins Jr. having a shot at it. Lorfano and Hara finding themselves 1-2 in this race and 1-2 in the points. So sitting pretty comfortable there, that front row is Kyle Martin and Cameron Harris behind them. Cameron Harris is right on that cutoff line. Kyle Martin is out here just looking for a win. Does not have an opportunity for the championship, but still looking for a win nonetheless. Jeremy Flanagan and Larry Garnes 5th, 6th. Charlie the Hammer Dickey and Chad Snyder going to round out 7th and 8th. John Higgins Jr., Tyrone Yo Jr. in 9th and 10th. And then you've got Patrick McQuaid and Johnny May holding up 11th and 12th. 12 drivers left out here on the racetrack. Adam Angerstein started this race. Decided to bring it to the hauler in that number 9 machine. But we'll go back to green flag racing momentarily, as those lights are off on the pace truck. The Topsail Trucking Truckers Feed America Cup Series will be back underway. 2 races left until the championship is crowned, or the champion is crowned. Green flag is out. Lorfano and Hara, the top 2 drivers, fighting it out in 1st and 2nd place. They've got Kyle Martin looking to spoil it here tonight, fighting for that inside spot against David Hara. You'll get that preferred inside line. You got to get it woed way down here at Martinsville to take those flat corners, as they'll straighten it out and get back on the gas, come across the line for lap 81 of 200. You blink your eyes and 3 or 4 laps will go by here, so don't miss any of this action. Don't go away. The Orlemex 200 brought to you, the Orlemex 200 brought to you by Orlemex. And of course, the Truckers Feed America Cup Series brought to you by Topsail Trucking, the All-American Racing League. Check them out. Be sure to like and subscribe to the page. We'll let these drivers go around here and speak for themselves, as the 99 of Kyle Martin putting on the pressure of David Lorfano. He's got Cameron Harris hot on the tail here in that 27 Toyota, the only Toyota out here in the field. Let's jump on board with Cameron Harris now. Harris is sneaking inside line there on the 99, but not able to get out of the corner. Oh, the 99 is going to slam on the brakes there. He has to lock him up to avoid getting into the back of Lorfano. That's going to change the dynamic just a little bit. You don't want to lock up your tires too much here at Martinsville. You do it over and over again, and you're really going to wear those tires out before it's time. The 99 having to lock him up right there. Not a very great position to be in. I use a lot of front brake here, a lot of heat buildup in that front, those front tires. You're going to see a bit of that as well. And if you're not careful here, you can definitely overcook that right front when it comes to tires and brakes. A nice smooth braking pattern and, you know, getting that car slowed up here, getting into the corner is going to be key all night. David Lorfano starting to pull away here. Got almost a second gap over the 99 of Kyle Martin. Lorfano in first here is also our top mover of the race, hardest charger, whatever you want to call it. He's up 5 spots from where he started in this number 8 machine. And starting to slowly pull away from that 99 of Kyle Martin. As these top two fight it out, John Higgins Jr. back here in 19th gets a fast lap in here. The fastest that time by of a 19:16. Starting to catch up to Jeremy Flanagan as he's going to try to catch the 11 here and make a quick pass on him. Meanwhile, back up front, the pressure is still on Lorfano. Looking to hold off the 99, but the 99 has been fast all evening. We'll see if he can get it done, if he can get back past the 8 car before it's too late here. Coming up to just about halfway at Martinsville. We're on lap 92 here. We got 200 laps for the entire event. The track will continue to change ever so slightly. And strategy will come into play later on in this race. Right now, it's pretty much just running out laps here and staying safe at Martinsville. It's a very small half-mile paperclip, they call it. Real short straights and a real tight paperclip-like corners that are very flat and, you know, can be very dangerous if you're not expecting them, or if you're just getting into the corners too hot. As you can see, the rotors on these cars getting into the corners starting to get red hot here as the night goes on, and these drivers start to use and abuse these brakes, trying to slow down these very heavy stock cars getting into the corners here, specifically into 1 and 3. Oh, caution will come out again on lap 96. Tyrone Yo in the 2 car. Gonna find himself getting bit by that turn 4. I swear there's some oil out there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, all these cars having some trouble. The 2 car's gonna have to slow down there when he's trying to get out of trouble as the field starts to come by. Got to be careful here and be aware of your surroundings. Great job by the 2 and the rest of the field. As it looks like everyone, just about everyone, will come down and visit their pit stalls yet again. David Lorfano the third will come down. Cameron Harris, David Hara, Patrick McQuaid, Jeremy Flanagan, Johnny May, Chad Snyder, and Larry Garnes all coming down pit road. Get some services done. The 99 here of Kyle Martin's gonna stay out yet again. Good decision, I believe. He's got he's still got some tread left on these tires. Last visiting pit road on lap 63. He will have to come down not far from now, but you know, it's Martinsville. Cautions do breed cautions, so probably pretty smart here to decide to stay out, get that track position. See if you can't get another quick caution. John Higgins Jr., Charlie the Hammer Dickey, the 19 and 37, also staying out here. Both pitted on lap 75 and 43, respectively. And behind them, fourth on back, just went through pit road here on lap 97. So our top three drivers going to have to keep the rubber underneath them, as the fourth on back with fresh rubber is going to try to eat them alive. As we cross the line here, we'll mark halfway of the Orla MX 200. Kyle Martin sitting on the number one position here. He's going to have to hold off John Higgins in second position, starting just outside him. The first time the 19 will be on this front row. Pace truck will dive off. Not sure why we've got a pace truck here in a car race, but the green flag will fly. The 99 of Kyle Martin gets another huge jump. The 19 was not expecting that, caught him sleeping. That'll give Kyle Martin the advantage here, coming through turns 1 and 2, and then now getting into 3 and 4. They'll come out. He'll come across the line. The leader, oh, trouble towards the back. Johnny May is going to catch that inside wall. Caution will fly again. Let's take a look at what happened here to Johnny May. Yet again, catching that turn 4 oil slick that's back there, and just going around here. He'll hit that big red exit button and get towed back to pit road. The sun will begin to set here at the Orla MX 200. Track will start to cool off just a bit as the lights are on and the sun goes down. That'll introduce a little bit more grip here for these guys in these next generation Cup cars, which already have a decent amount of grip. Some guys saying out there that the cars run like they're on rails. A lot of grip, a lot of turn it and go the way you need to go. But I'll tell you what, I'm seeing a lot of loose cars coming off of 4, and a lot of cars and drivers here not able to keep the power down to the pavement and losing it. So contradictory to what I'm being told about these next gen cars. We'll see how this one plays out and see if they get a tighter racetrack as the sun goes down, and see if Kyle Martin can hold off the entire field here for another just under 100 laps to go at the Orlemex 200. Truckers Feed America Cup Series Topsail Trucking, one of the All-American Racing Leagues. 2 races to go here in the championship run for these guys. Our top 4 will cross into the next threshold to become given a chance for the championship. Only our top 4 drivers will go into Nashville Superspeedway in 2 weeks. We'll take 1 week off here, and in just 2 Tuesdays we will crown a champion at the end of that race. As I said, the top 4 will have a chance at it. But only the top 6 actually entering this race have that ability to cross that line. David Lorfano, David Hara, Patrick McQuaid, Cameron Harris, Chad Snyder, and John Higgins Jr. being of those top 6 with the opportunity. Of course, you're going to have to beat the 2 Davids. You're going to have to beat McQuaid and Harris here to cross that top 4 line to get into the championship, or have a chance at it anyway. They're all in the championship. These guys have been fighting hard all season long. With just 2 races to go, green flag will fly momentarily here as the flagman pulls it out. The 99 of Kyle Martin this time is not going to catch John Higgins sleeping, but Higgins gets a pretty decent run. That outside line's not going to be the greatest, though. Patrick McQuaid is going to have that preferred line. But the 19 has slammed the door now on the 77. He's going to jump down back below. That's where you want to be here at Martinsville. Slow and low. You got to roll that corner. Martin knows how to get around here. Let's see if anyone has anything for him. As these laps start to tick off, we got about 90 to go. And at Martinsville, that will go quick. Stay tuned for the end of this race. We'll get our top 3 into the mix, or into the broadcast booth here and get their perspective on how their race played out, and their thoughts, of course, going into the final race of the season. Kyle Martin puts on a show here at Martinsville. It's in his name. This is Kyle Martinsville. Looking on back here under Kyle Martin's rear bumper as they're fighting for, Chad Snyder's going to get up into the wall here. Now, once again, Snyder going around out of turn 4 there. We'll be back under caution here with Kyle Martin continuing to lead. We'll go ahead and run through our field since we've got some time to do it. Kyle Martin continues to lead here. John Higgins Jr. in the 19 from Syracuse, New York, holding on to second place. Now our biggest mover of the race. He's up 8 spots from where he started. Patrick McQuaid is going to hold on to third place here, floating around the top, I'd say the top 5 all night. Gotten himself deeper in the field early on, but worked his way back up. Cameron Harris here sitting in 4th in the Power Dynamics 27 machine out of Charlestown for the Truckers Feed America series. David Harris sitting in 5th place, 15 machine here. Hara looking to get a solid finish and work his way towards a championship next week, or in 2 weeks. David Lorfano is going to sit 6th. Jeremy Flanagan sitting 7th as they get bunched back up here. Tyrone Yo is going to find himself in 8th. Larry Garnes rolling 9th. And Chad Snyder is going to round out your top 10 here for the Orla MX 200. All eyes are up front on Kyle Martin and John Higgins Jr., though. Higgins, not last restart, but the restart before that, kind of let the 99 of Martin get out in front of him. Last restart, we saw him hold on and really get a decent start right next to the 99. Let's see this time if Higgins can get a jump on that 99 and pull out in front of the 99 and get that ever so important track position here. Get that inside line going into turn 1. Glad you could join us if you're watching live at home. Be sure to like and subscribe to eSports Broadcasting Network. I'm Cliff up in the booth. Enjoy what you're watching. We've got racing all week long here on ESBN. Of course, if you're here just for the All-American Racing League, make sure to hit that bell notification to get a notification next time we go live for the Topsail Truckers Feed America series here. One race left after this one. Top 4 get into that race or have a chance at crowning themselves a champion after next race. Of course, for this race, stay tuned. At the end, we'll get our top 3 drivers from the podium in the booth, get their perspective. Pace truck lights are off. Drivers will get racked and stacked here, ready to go. Feel out that go fast pedal. Flag man will grab that green flag, get ready to throw it. As we'll come across the line. Green flag is in the air. Drivers are off. The 19 is going to get a decent start this time. He'll be door to door coming into 1. Not quite enough. Very vindictive, or very similar to what we saw on the last green flag drop. The 77 of McQuaid getting his car down on that preferred line. The 19 trying to hold him off and keep the 99 of Kyle Martin in his sights. That's Kyle Martin. This is Martinsville. Let's see if the Martin can get it done. Caution will fly again on lap 120 here. Oh, the 77 of Patrick McQuaid. See what happened here to him. Getting a little bit of help there and also getting loose, getting into, I believe that's 3. You have to lock him up as the 27 just narrowly misses him. That's Cameron Harris. And McQuaid will also miss the wall. That's huge right there. McQuaid coming into this race 3rd in points. You don't want to give away too many positions here to Chad Snyder or John Higgins Jr. Higgins Jr. now running 2nd. This is going to be trouble here for the 77. We do got a good amount of laps left, so he's got some time to make up this trouble. That is definitely not what the 77 team of McQuaid was looking for. But himself and Johnny May of the 69 will be down on pit road, going to get some services done. It looks actually like May has been down there for a good 10 minutes now. But the 77 McQuaid coming back out on track. Of course, these drivers, as I said earlier, have a couple of fast repairs here to burn. I'd say McQuaid just burned one of them as he'll come back out on track and will re-enter the field still on the lead lap. So, you know, that's a plus here for him. He's got some work to do, though, to catch his way back up to the front. Got a fast car, fast driver. He's got some work to do, but I know he can do it with just under 80 laps into this thing. We'll see if he can get it done, see if he can re-enter the way up to the top 5 and possibly back to the 3rd-ish position from where he was. That's going to leave John Higgins Jr. in the second position to be our biggest mover of the race. Up 8 positions from where he started. Finds himself now in second place, just behind Kyle Martin. That 19 machine, those bright orange wheels. Great looking car. Let's see if he can put it in victory lane. He's sitting second. Has been able to hang in there with the 99 every restart. But he's had the 77 and McQuaid just underneath him. In that preferred line. This time he's going to have David Hara in the 15 machine, who's worked his way back up to the top 3. Another fast driver, and also coming into this race second in points. So been fast all season long. He's got 2 wins on the season, one of those being a playoff win. So he's got that preferred line. It's going to be hard for that 19 to kind of get down on that bottom line with that 15 down there. He's also got David Lorfano, who's the points leader coming into this race, also on that bottom line. So a couple of fast cars that if the 19 is not careful here, he could lose a few positions to those fast cars. Let's see how it plays out. Green flag is in the hands. It will fly, and the 99 will pull away, as he's done most of the night. The 19 this time gets that preferred inside line. He'll try to hold on to second place here. The 15 and 27 of Harris and Hara are going to be side by side for third and fourth, just behind them. This is exactly what the 19 needed to do. He's got to get his sights on that 99 of Martin. Oh, they'll wreck behind them. The 15 and the 27 going to possibly get together here. Let's go back and see what happened. Cameron Harris, David Hara, both getting into trouble here. 27 goes around there, coming out of 4, is going to collect the 15. That's a tough break for for Hara coming into this in second in points. Of course, Cameron Harris sitting on that bubble. Neither one of them wanted that to happen, but Harris especially sitting on that bubble of that cutoff line in 4th position. Snyder and Higgins Jr. behind them. Higgins Jr. is doing everything right now to try to work his way up into the top 4. He's gonna have to, a little bit of math. Higgins would have to finish no more than 1 spot behind Snyder. But finished 7 spots ahead of Harris to make it in. Right now, that is where we're at. So currently right now, John Higgins Jr. in that 19 is doing everything he's got to do to work his way into this top 4, have a shot at this championship. We hope you're enjoying the show here tonight. Sports Broadcasting Network. Pace Truck will dive off, hopefully for the last time here, as these guys are ready to finish this one off and really put this one in the books. But we do have a good amount of ways to go. Green flag will fly lap 133 as we cross the line. This one is going to heat up. This is the last stage here as I look at it in the race. You really got to start racing smart as Kyle Martin shoots out like a cannon this time, but the 19 of John Higgins Jr. gets that inside line and holds off third place. Now he's just got to set his sights on first and reel him in as they start to shuffle up behind him. We'll take a look at what's exciting going on around the racetrack. Take a look at Jeremy Flanagan here running for 5th place. Trying to get by the 26 of Chad Snyder. As the 99 of Kyle Martin is starting to pull away here. Got about a second gap over John Higgins Jr. in that 19. David Lorfano, the third, rounding out third place. And you've got Chad Snyder, Jeremy Flanagan, 4th and 5th. Patrick McQuaid and David Harris, 6th and 7th. Cameron Harris, Larry Garnes, and Charlie the Hammer Dickey going to round out your top 10 as we're taking a look at Patrick McQuaid here, working his way back up through the field. Made his way already up back up to 6th, now to 5th as he makes a pass on the 15 machine of David Harris. Trying to make his way back up to where he was not too long ago. He's right around 3rd place, now up to 5th. Kyle Martin setting sails here, pulling away now from John Higgins Jr. Caution will come out. Not exactly sure why. Taking a look high above from the blimp here tonight at the Paperclip. You can see just why it's called the Paperclip. Very short, tight track that looks just like a paperclip. You know, one of the only racetracks on the NASCAR circuit that's been used since its inception in 1948. But also one of the only racetracks that is asphalt down the straights and transitions to concrete in the corners, adding another dynamic to what is already a very difficult track to run. As we get down to the nitty-gritty here at Martinsville, we've got 60 laps to go. Oh, just another Tuesday night short track run under the light shootout. Kyle Martin, John Higgins Jr., Chad Snyder, Jeremy Flanagan, David Harris, and Cameron Harris are going to round out our top 3 rows when we go back to green. You know, they're gonna shoot out of a rocket. That green flag drops. They're gonna give it everything they got for the next 60 laps. Try to make the best out of tonight. Kyle Martin's trying to spoil it for some of these championship contenders. He wants to just take a win here tonight. Not really worried about points. Really in one of the best positions that he could be in. Very nothing on the line here, nothing to really lose. Gonna go for a win, and that's about it. Meanwhile, Tyrone Yo down in pit road here in the number 2. Charlie Dickey as well. Both getting some services done. Reminder, this race is brought to you by Orlamex. It's the Orlamex 200. They are the plywood experts worldwide. You can find them at orlamex.com, but they are the current largest importer of birch plywood in Europe. having a central office in Czech Republic. They have a wide network of their own representative offices and sales agents in almost all countries of the European Union. But also, since their foundation, they have been a direct importer and distributor of a wide range of panel materials, such as birch, coniferous, poplar, plywood, fiberboard, chipboard, OSB, and Durellis. Happy to sponsor the race here tonight. For the Truckers Feed America Cup Series, green flag has returned. Lap 143 of 200 will commence. Kyle Martin will take us to it. Chad Snyder will take over second place here away from John Higgins Jr. David Hara as well going to get by. They'll steal second and third. Shuffle in John Higgins Jr. in that 19 back to fourth. Of course, Higgins Jr. coming into this race in sixth, trying to fight his way into the top four to make or give himself the opportunity to have a shot at the championship in 2 weeks here at the Nashville Super Speedway. The field will shuffle out towards the back as things get a little dicey back here. Everyone gets lined up just fine. Kyle Martin continues to slowly pull away, but Chad Snyder in that 26, I think he's got something for him. Keeping a close eye now on timing. The Snyder's about a half second behind him, but starting to catch back up just ever so slightly. Let's see if the 26 of Snyder can come up here and take away the win from Kyle Martin in that 99. Now, Snyder is just below that cutoff line and coming into this race in fifth, so a second place finish is going to be huge for him. Mathematically speaking, he'll have to beat Higgins and finish 6 spots ahead of Harris. So far, he's beating Higgins, and he is 6 spots ahead of Harris, so he's got the opportunity. If Snyder can finish second right now, he will find himself in the top 4. Of course, the math and all this shuffling around will take some time at the end of this race to get figured out and see just who our top 4 is. We'll get our top 3 podium drivers in the booth when this one does finish up, so stay tuned if you want to get their perspective, as Hara is starting to put a pass here on the 26. Snyder's going to let the 15 get by with no problem here. Doesn't want any trouble with 50 laps to go. Snyder will also take third. I believe that would also get him into the top 4. As Hara gets loose a little bit and finds that rubble up top here in Martinsville. Track's getting pretty dirty, pretty slick now as the lights have gone down. Oh, we're going to have the 19 getting turned around here. John Higgins Jr. finding that inside wall. Man, that fourth corner has been a problem for just about everyone in this field. Higgins will get going here. And we've seen it plenty of times already tonight. Just too much throttle or finding the wrong line, getting there at a 4, and you're going to find yourself going around. Once again, the caution will fly. Kyle Martin will continue to lead. He's now going to peel down pit road. Like himself and Cameron Harris will be the only 2 drivers down. John Higgins Jr. will also come in. Our leader peels off here with just under 50 laps to go. David Hara is going to stay out. He was last on pit road on lap 129. So he'll have to come down one more time, I'm assuming. Got Chad Snyder and Jeremy Flanagan behind them, or behind him. They both came in lap 97. So they'll have to come down before the leader does. A little bit different varying strategies now up front as this one starts to wind down. Hara coming into this race second in points, does not have to doesn't have to worry too much about a win here or really finishing in in front of anybody. However, Hera does finish in front or better than 11th position, he's locked in. So with only 12 drivers out on the racetrack, I would say that Hera's pretty safe. He's going to probably see himself locked in. Lorfano sitting back in 5th. If Lorfano finishes 15th or better, so Lorfano's locked in. Less than 15 drivers here. He just has to finish the race. Honestly, he could finish now. He just had to enter the race with this many drivers in it. McQuaid is sitting in 4th position. He would have to finish 10th or better to be locked in. And Harris would have to finish 6th or better to be locked in. Harris is now back in 9th. Of course, this is just math, and math is hard, so don't take my word for it. Definitely stick around, see how this one plays out, and then we'll try to get an update on who will actually be in the championship following the race. It might take some time for some math to get worked out. Admins will have to get their calculators out and start crunching the numbers. So stay tuned. We'll get our top 3 in the booth, as I said. Probably too many times now. Pace lights are off. We'll go back to green flag racing. We come down the backstretch and we come into 3 out of 4. Flagman grabs his green flag and he'll hold him. David Hera, Chad Snyder will take us out of turn 4 and down the front stretch. David Hera in the 15 is going to jump out in front of Chad Snyder. Jeremy Flanagan, David Lorfano, and Patrick McQuaid are going to round out your top 5 as we are coming down to the nitty-gritty here. Just over 30 laps to go at Martinsville. This will go by fast. Hera starting to slowly pull away from Snyder in 2nd place. Almost 3 wide there, back in about 5th on back. We're going to go ahead and turn it up one last time before this one's over and let you guys get a feel for what these cars are supposed to sound like. And I'll go ahead and take a break from yapping up here in the booth. Enjoy the loud machines. As David Hera comes down the backstretch here, the caution will fly. Jeremy Flanagan getting into trouble here. Let's see what happened. Just as I suspected, turn 4 is going to bite the number 11 of Jeremy Flanagan on lap just about lap 163 here. That's going to bring the caution back out as we see David Hera holding on to 1st place. Cameron Harris will hang on to 2nd in the 27 Toyota. The only Toyota here in the field. David Lorfano is going to hold on to 3rd. Kyle Martin is rolling fourth, and Patrick McQuaid in the 77. Going to round out our top 5 here as we run lap 165. Let's see who's going to come down to the pits here, as I believe we are crossing into our window for one last stop. Or maybe some of these drivers thinking we're going to get another late caution. Going to hang on to that one more late caution and hold on to that last set of tires and possibly last fast repair. Make a last ditch effort here in the end. We will see as we get down to the nitty gritty. Do not go away. We got just under 30 laps to go. Another quick shootout, and we will be finishing up here tonight. Sports Broadcast Network and the All-American Racing League Topsail Trucking Truckers Feed America Cup Series. Second to last race go. 2 weeks here, we'll go to Nashville and crown ourselves a champion. We got some time here. We'll go ahead and run through the field and see where your favorite driver currently sits as we come down to the nitty gritty. David Hara in that 15 sitting first position. Cameron Harris outside of him. David Lorfano sitting third. Kyle Martin's going to sit fourth. Patrick McQuaid sitting fifth. John Higgins Jr. sixth. Tyrone Yo sitting seventh. Rather the Hammer Dickey sits 8th. Larry Garnes 9th. Chad Snyder going to round out your top 10. Pace truck is off. We'll go back to green flag racing here at Martinsville. David Hara, Cameron Harris going to take us to it this time. Just 30 laps to go. Harris is going to try to get by David Hara. That outside line's not going to work out. He's going to find the wall out there. That's going to leave the door open for Kyle Martin to jump back up to second place here. He's going to try to catch back up to David Hara and reclaim what was his lead for most of this race. He will do it coming down the backstretch. Hara's going to play it safe here. He knows he's locked into the championship. He's thinking about Nashville Super Speedway next week, or sorry, 2 weeks from now. All eyes are back on Kyle Martin, and he's back up to the point, and the 8 of David Lorfano is going to make a pass on Hara as well. But Cameron Harris is going to find some trouble and will draw out the yellow flag. Again, let's see what happened here to Harris. Well, this time it's turn 2, not turn 4, but same situation, different corner. Getting loose coming out of the turn, getting on that power. Car kicking out sideways on the 27 there of Cameron Harris. He'll bring it down to the pits. Get it fixed up here. Kyle Martin showing us that he knows how to get it done here at Martinsville. You'd think they named the place after him. Back up to the first position. Patrick McQuaid, however, made his way back up to second place. He's going to put some pressure now on Kyle Martin, no doubt, as we've seen the 77 and this 99 car be fast all night. But don't count out John Higgins Jr. here in the 19 machine, sitting third. I saw him get in trouble not too long ago, but has worked his way back up now to third position. Of course, noticing one driver here that we haven't talked too much about tonight. Tyrone Yo Jr. in the 2 car, sitting 4th position now. Worked his way back up through the field. He got a little bit of damage there on his car, but overall pretty clean here and has a chance at possibly stealing a win away from some of these top runners. Let's see if that 2 machine can find his way onto the podium or possibly victory circle. We'll have 25 laps to go here when we get back to the line. See if Kyle Martin can hold off the field for 25 more laps, or if one of these drivers closer back to the middle here have something for him. I'm keeping my eyes on that 2 of Tyrone Yo Jr. Let's see if he can pull off an upset here. Put that 2 car in victory lane. Drivers get racked and stacked getting into turn 3 here. They'll tighten it up coming out of 4. Flagman will fly that green flag here with 25 to go at Martinsville. Two races left in the season for the All-American Racing League. Truckers Feed America. Caution will come back out here. Patrick McQuaid, Tyrone Yo Jr. Finding some trouble. Like the 19 will find the back end of the 77. Will go around, and unfortunately, Tyrone Yo Jr. is not going to have anywhere to go. Take a look at it from the 2. Yeah, very unfortunate for that 2 machine. Had an opportunity here to make something happen, and some cars are going to go around in front of him. And that will probably end his chances. Substantial damage there to that 2 machine. Hoping that he's got a fast repair still in his back pocket, because he's going to need it now if he wants to have anything to say about this. Unfortunate there for the 2, as I said. Kyle Martin is going to continue to hold on to a lead here. Chad Snyder sitting 2nd. Jeremy Flanagan will round out our top 3 as we see the 77 of Patrick McQuaid coming down pit road. Good amount of damage there on that car. Also hoping he has a fast repair. Drivers did have 2 coming into this race. Awfully not adventurous. Eventful race is what I'm looking for, and a good amount of these drivers having to probably use some of their fast repairs earlier on. So now with 20 to go here, we're really going to see what's left. We're going to see who's got a clean car here, who's got fast repairs left, who's still got something for some of these top drivers. This one comes down to the end. So Kyle Martin is going to hold on to the 1st position. We said they'll probably name this place after him. Maybe they did. Kyle Martin sitting 1st, dominant here tonight. Chad Snyder holding on to 2nd place in this 26 machine. Jeremy Flanagan in the 11. Pennsylvania here will hold on to 3rd. He's up 6 spots from where he started. David Hare in the 15, definitely locked into the points now. But Larry Garnes here in the 20 machine, up 7 spots from where he started. He's got a clean car here. From what I can tell, is pretty clean. I would watch out for this 5th place car of Larry Garnes looking to possibly pull off some moves here and find himself up in the top 3. Hopefully, when we get to the end here. Speaking of top 3, we will get our top 3 drivers in the booth here to talk to them, get their perspective on the end of the race here. So don't go away, and we'll hopefully have a updated top 4 of who has a chance at it at the championship run in 2 weeks here. So, pace lights on this pace truck will turn off. Drivers will get stacked up 2 by 2. As we see the number 2 machine go by to get his wave around and get his lap back there. Tyrone Yo Jr. So these drivers will get stacked up 2 by 2 with 18 to go, 17 when we get to the line. Pace truck will turn his lights off. We'll have 1 to go here till we go back to green flag racing, and we'll have 16 laps to go. Now this is Martinsville. Chances of another caution are very, I don't want to say very high, but they're high. If we do need it, we can go into overtime. Some green flag checkered action. But if the white flag flies, we will have an official race on our hands. But don't go away. The action is here and now. Pace truck is off. Green flag will wave. Kyle Martin, Chad Snyder will take us down to the line. The 99 of Martin shoots out like a cannon and takes that top position. Jeremy Flanagan about 0.6 of a second behind him. Now going to jump in single file. They're door to door behind him. Chad Snyder and David Hara trying to sort out 3rd and 4th position. Then Lorfano and Cameron Harris as well in the 26 and 8 machine, trying to work out 5th and 6th. A lot of action around this racetrack as the 99 begins to pull away. Kyle Martin just ran the fastest lap of the race, an 18.9, a blistering pace compared to the rest of the night. A fresh set of tires will do you good. And he is showing us how to get around here. Kyle Martinsville. David Hare about 2.5 seconds back now as he's getting the pressure from the 8 of Lorfano and Jeremy Flanagan in the 11 machine. We're looking for Snyder and Higgins Jr. Snyder in 6th. Snyder's over that bubble here. He'd need to beat Higgins and finish 6 spots in front of Harris, which is not currently happening. He's actually behind Harris. He's got some work to do. He's got to get in front of Harris and put some positions on him. But this one is about down to the end here as 10 laps to go. Kyle Martin continues to dominate here in first position. David Lorfano's back 3 seconds back. We'll take a look up from the blimp here and see just how much that actually is. As you see our leader there, Kyle Martin, coming down the backstretch there. David Lorfano makes the pass on David Hara to take 2nd position. But you see that gap back to 2nd position as we'll go on board here and take a look at what it looks like, what he's seeing. as the 99 continues to start and or not start, but continues to slowly pull away from the 8 of David Lorfano. '26 of Chad Snyder sitting back in 7th. Cameron Harris here sitting in 5th. Gaggle of cars here for 4th, 5th, and 6th as Hara, Harris, and McQuaid. Oh, caution will fly one last, or well, hopefully one last time, but Yo Jr. is going to get into trouble here in the 2 car. Let's see what happened. Once again, coming out of 4, catching that inside wall, getting loose. We continue to see it all night long. The 15 will do the pump fake down to pit road. Cameron Harris does not bite, but Chad Snyder will come in. Larry Garnes as well down into pit road in that 20 Chevy. So Kyle Martin definitely did not want to see this caution come out. However, I think he's got the confidence to say he's got this pretty much under wraps. He'll try to hold off the 8 of Lorfano, the 11 of Jeremy Flanagan, as well as the 15 of David Hara. But this is going to get pretty dicey here. As I believe we're going to have a green-white checker. I don't know if it'll count as a green-white checker, but it will be a 3-lap shootout. And what that means is you guys will have 3 laps to get it done. If we get a caution before the white flag, before 1 lap to go, we will go into overtime and we will do another green-white checker. However, if we make it to the white flag and the caution does happen to fly, they will race it back to the line and they will freeze the field and it will be an official race. We'll see how that goes. We will definitely have a green-white checkered here, as you see on your screen. Our ticker will call for 3 laps to go. It will not change until we go back to green. And that will be our first attempt at a green-white checker. I believe these guys will make it around here 3 laps without too much incident. It will be dicey, but I think you're going to see a lot of give here towards the end of this race, with it being the race before the championship. Some of these guys are already locked into where they're definitely going to be locked into this playoffs, but you've got guys like Kyle Martin who are just here to come away with a win. You know, some of them are locked into the championship, like Lorfano, who's sitting in 2nd. You probably won't see him push too hard to get a win here, but all racers want to win, you know, whether you're locked into the playoffs or not, especially if you're sitting in 2nd at Martinsville. But Kyle Martin's got the race car to beat here, and it's pretty much his race to lose. Let's see how this plays out with 3 to go. Let's see if we get there before another caution flag. The pace truck will fly off for what hopefully is or will be the last time. The 99 of Kyle Martin will take us to the green flag. It will fly. Lorfano and Martin will cross the line. The 99 of Kyle Martin will have that provided line. They will slide into turn 2 here. Jeremy Flanagan or Patrick McQuaid. Caution will come out. Let's take a look here at what happened. We'll have another green-white checkered in just a moment. Oh, the 15 was the one who slid here. But David Hara caught that 77 of McQuaid. We'll take a look here at the 14 machine. And now that I see this, the 11 and the 15 will get together. That's Flanagan and Hera. And Hera will get that car sideways and catch the 77 there coming up on that outside. That's McQuaid. Ooh, tough chain of events there to see here, but Kyle Martin will hold on to this top spot. And David Lorfano will hold on to second. We're going to try this again. Martinsville, cautions breed cautions, especially at the end of a race here. The 99 just trying to hold on one last time. Was last on pit road on lap 152. So we're starting to get down to a point where the 99 does not want to see any more cautions. He's got to get this thing finished out. Going to be starting to run on fumes. If we get another green, white, checkered, I believe he may have to come in. So, man, this one's going to get tough here at the end. And it's going to be a nail biter as they come down the backstretch. Pace truck will cross the line here. He will go ahead and reach down and shut those lights off. Or he should. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, hang in there. I think we'll have 2 to go. There'll be 1 to go next time we get by. Definitely going to have a green, white, checkered situation here. If we don't make it back to the line, we'll have, I believe, possibly one last attempt. One thing I haven't had to check on is how many green, white, checkered attempts this league has. But I believe this would actually be considered our first. So that was our first. So this will be our second green, white, checkered attempt. Pace truck now shuts that light off. We'll have 1 to go here. And when we get to the line, that green flag will fly. We'll see if we can get an end to this one, put a nail in this coffin. I'm noticing Cameron Harrison, that 27 machine, starting 4th on this next restart. Almost counted him out with a couple of incidents and some trouble on the racetrack, running that Power Dynamics 27. We'll see if he can put that 27 Toyota, the only Toyota in victory lane. Gonna have to beat out some fast cars up front, but he'll grab 3rd place here on that restart. Kyle Martin's gonna stay in first. Lorfano is gonna grab 2nd. Caution will fly. Let's take a look here. Looks like Cameron Harris possibly having some trouble. Hang tight. Yeah, Harrison, that 27, as we were talking about him, will get a little bit loose there, find the outside wall. That'll bring out the caution. I'm not too positive on whether or not this will cause us to end under caution. But hang tight if you're watching live. We will get a look here and see what happens. I do apologize for not having this information ahead of time, whether we may have one last attempt at it or not. Interesting point of view here. David Hara in the 15th, or in the 15 car, I should say, currently running 11th. Now, to lock himself in, Hara needs to finish 11th. The good news is he will actually do that, because Johnny May, who's scored 12th, is off track and not running. The good news for Hera, it looks like he will lock himself in. We're all just kind of standing by, waiting to see whether or not we will go back to green flag racing. I believe we may have one last attempt at a green-white checker. If we do, I would be very surprised if the 99 can finish under power. It looks like we will. Here the crowd is on their feet cheering loudly as we will stack up 2 by 2. Looks like the pace truck will turn the lights off. We will go green flag racing one last time. Martin, Lorfano, Flanagan fighting to stay on the podium positions here. The 19 of John Higgins Jr. not only trying to come up and steal a win, but also trying to race his way into what would be his opportunity for a championship. I believe Higgins might need to win the race here. He has to finish one spot, no more than one spot behind Snyder. He's got that covered, but 7 spots ahead of Harris, which he might have that covered. He might be racing his way in here. Green flag to go. Sorry, green flag is out. 2 to go. Lorfano putting the pressure on the 99 here. Next flag will finish this race, as Kyle Martin is holding off the 8 of Lorfano at the moment. White flag is out. One more time around here at Martinsville, and we will have a winner here. Lorfano is going to be all over the back bumper of the 99. He'll hold him off, though. They're side by side, door to door, coming out of 4. Martinsville Racing not going to be able to get it done on the top side as Lorfano. Kyle Martin will come across as our winner. Lorfano will finish second. Flanagan will come across the line as our 3rd place finisher unofficially. Stay tuned to get our official results, as this one has come to an end. The Orla MX 200, after multiple green-white flag checkered attempts here, the 99 will finally finish us off. Lorfano coming across the line in second. Flanagan finishing 3rd. We'll get our top drivers in the booth momentarily. Stay tuned. I'm assuming here that the 99 has run it clear out of fuel. Otherwise, he'd be burning it down. But as I said, stay tuned. We'll get his perspective momentarily. But Jeremy Flanagan is Cliff in the booth. You got me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Hey, man, 3rd place finish here at Martinsville. Not too shabby. Kind of a nail biter here towards the end. Take us through the last, couple of green-white checkers there from your perspective.
Honestly, the first one, I wasn't sure if I had overdriven the corner or if Hillbilly there in the 15 came down onto me. It was, I'm sorry, I'm still shaking quite a bit, 'cause the nerves have definitely not worn off yet.
Because it's Martinsville.
Oh man, with the tight track, and I'm not usually, this good.
You said tight track. And what I witnessed most of the night here was a lot of cars getting loose coming off of 2 and 4. But you say it was tight, so did you not feel the car getting loose off of 4 and 2, or were we just better at controlling that throttle throughout the night?
Sorry, I should have meant a narrow track by tight. It's definitely, when you come out of 4 especially, it tends to get a little loose if you try and drive it too hard. I was trying to be a little conservative, make sure I didn't spin out.
Well, it worked out for you here. You'll pull off a third place finish. 2 races left to go here in the season. So congrats on that. Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
First, I'd like to shout out my sponsor, theemeralddragon.net. I'm glad that I was able to fly your colors. And I'd also like to thank Chad Snyder in that 26 for giving me the opportunity to drive for his team next year at Dominion Motorsport. And lastly, I'd like to thank Lorfano and Hillbilly for giving me the opportunity to race here in the Truckers Feed America Cup Series.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a time.
Absolutely. It seems like a really good group that you guys have. We've only been able to cover 2 races here throughout the season, but you guys got a good thing going on here, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Happy to have you, Jeremy, as well. Congrats on your 3rd place finish once again, and we'll go ahead and send you back to celebrate, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week or 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you. You take care.
Absolutely. That's the number 11 of Jeremy Flanagan squeaking out a 3rd place finish here at Martinsville. Not easy to do, especially with all the excitement we had tonight. Go ahead and try to grab David Lorfano here. Hey, David, it's Cliff in the booth. You got me?
Hey, I got you, bud.
At 10-4. Congrats on the 2nd place finish, Mayor. Wild race there towards the end. Starting to think it was never going to come to an end as we got some multiple green, white, checkered. At any point, were you worried about fuel and actually being able to finish this race?
I think I pitted on, I don't remember. We came down at like lap 172, so we were good on fuel all the way around. But yeah, it was a crazy night. I was hoping for a little bit more, calm race there, but it is what it is. We got through it, and P2, so I'm happy with that.
This is Martinsville. It does not get calm here.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see some longer green flag runs. I was definitely a little bit better on the long run. On fresher tires, I struggled for the first, 10, 15 laps and before it would actually take off. So hoping to see him, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, coming into the race here tonight, leading the points and finishing second, definitely locked yourself into the championship. So we'll see you next week, and hopefully get to talk to you at the end of the race next week, or in 2 weeks actually, for the championship run. But anyone you want to give a shout out to heading into the championship race?
Yeah, I always got to thank Lucky Dog Detailing for the support they give me. Topsail Trucking, once again, for being our title sponsor. You guys for broadcasting. And congrats on the win to Kyle there at the end. I was definitely quicker, and I could easily went in there and just kind of moved them, but I was determined to try to make it clean and stuck it to the outside. I thought it was going to work out, but I powered up a little too early, spun the tires, and that was all she wrote.
Well, it was an exciting night nonetheless. We appreciate you guys coming out here to Martinsville and putting on a great show for us. We'll go ahead and send you back to celebrate, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week or 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, yes, thank you.
That's our 2nd place finisher, David Lorfano. Finishing here 2nd place. Wild night tonight. We'll go ahead and grab our race winner, Kyle Martin. Let's see if I can find him here in the voice chat. Kyle Martin in that 99 machine. Cliff in the booth. You got me?
I do.
Yes, sir. Winning here from Southington, Connecticut. Congrats on the spoil. Take us through those last few green white checkers. Were you sweating or what?
Oh yes, I was sweating very much. I thought that I was going to get punted, and especially on that last lap, I knew I threw a really mean block on Dave. I appreciate him not driving through me and wrecking me. But yeah, that was pretty hairy.
Yeah, for sure. He actually did specifically call that out. He said he definitely could have moved you if he needed to or wanted to, but he didn't. Let you get the win there. Much deserved, dominant all night. I said it a few times here tonight. They may have named this place after you, but we definitely know it's not true. But however, Kyle Martin, you dominated here tonight at Martinsville, so they may have well named it after you. You stole it away from some of these top drivers. Are you going to show up next week and try to steal another one away? Or next week? 2 weeks for the championship race?
That depends. I'm a part-time driver here for Faded. Usually have something going on Tuesdays. I make it when I can. We'll see if I can make it in 2 weeks. And yeah, hopefully I can pull off a win then, or help my teammate Charlie go out there and get a win. But I'll try not to interfere too much with the championship battle then.
Well, there's nothing better, I'll tell you, than a driver coming out and spoiling it for the championship drivers. Hopefully we see you next week or I said that all night. Hopefully we see you in 2 weeks here at Nashville and maybe squeak out another win and get a steal from one of these guys. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we send you back to celebrate?
Just want to thank Faded TV for taking me on as their driver, me and Charlie. It's been a great season, man, and looking forward to next season.
Well, thanks a lot, Kyle, and I'll jump on that and say thanks to Faded TV for bringing the series to the masses throughout this whole series. Had to step away for the last few races here of the season, and glad that ESPN could grab them and bring on the series and hopefully finish out strong here and possibly bring you guys all the action from next season. Kyle, thank you. Congrats again on the win. We'll send you back to celebrate, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Yeah, thank you, man. Have a good day or night.
Day, night, no matter what, we're here in Martinsville. We had a great race tonight. Kyle Martin showing us how to get it done here on this short track that is Martinsville. Hopefully you got yourself a hot dog. Happy to bring it here to you tonight on ESBN as the 99 of Kyle Martin somehow has some fuel left in the tank to burn it down. He'll bring it back to his pit crew. So we'll go ahead and run through our finishing positions here. For our Orlam X200, Kyle Martin, as he drifts through some of the corners here at Martinsville, comes away with the win, playing spoiler to some of these championship contenders. David Lorfano III is going to take second place ahead of Jeremy Flanagan. Comes out third on the podium here in that number 11 machine. Chad Snyder will come across the line in fourth place, with Patrick McQuaid finishing fifth in that 77 machine. Charlie Dickey will finish sixth. Tyrone Yo will finish seventh. Cameron Harris will finish eighth, with Larry Garnes finishing ninth, and John Higgins Jr. rounding out our top 10 tonight at the Orlam X200. David Harris is going to finish 11th, with Johnny May finishing 12th. And Adam Angerstein is going to round out the end of the field here, finishing in 13th position. And helping us round out a great night here at Martinsville on the ESBN Esports Broadcasting Network, brought to you by Sim Racing Media. So for everybody back at ESBN and SRM, I thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great night.